I'm about to do your Virgo love reading for March 2022. And in this tarot reading, we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. Virgo, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Virgo love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Virgo tarot reading for you. Now, let's get on with this Virgo love reading today, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. And I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in March 2022. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Virgo, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify everything with a second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now, keep in mind that this is not a personal reading. This is a general collective reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. Now, if a personal reading with me is something that you're interested in, you can find all the information about my personal readings in the description, as well as the first pinned comment right below this video. But this is a general collective reading, which means I'm tapping into the collective energy of a large group of Virgo people that I'm responsible for getting messages for. It also means that there's no possible way this reading is going to resonate with literally every single Virgo person on the whole planet all at the same time, because not every Virgo person on the whole planet is all going through the exact same situation or experiencing the same sets of energies all at the same time. It's also important to keep in mind in collective readings like this that energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time, especially for cross watchers, which just means that if you're not a Virgo and you're watching this Virgo love reading because you're interested in a Virgo and you want to know what's going on between the two of you, I'm totally cool with that. Just keep in mind that especially for cross watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards, so you just got to take it as it resonates. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you should still probably watch the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And you can find the links to those videos, the information on my personal readings, information on the different tarot decks I'm using in this reading, info on crystals, orgone pyramids, all kinds of fun, helpful stuff is in the description right below this video. But enough yakking, let's get on with this Virgo love reading today, and let's start by getting one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Virgo and their romantic person of interest here in March 2022, please. Let's get one card. What's going on between Virgo and their person? Okay. Let's get 3 cards for you, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between the two of them in March 2022. Okay, we're going to take both of these then, I guess. Well, let's get 3 cards for your person, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo's romantic person of interest as it relates to Virgo and the connection between them here in March 2022, please? Let's get 2 more. 1 more for Virgo's person. Thank you. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the 6 of Coins. Now, the 6 of Coins is Taurus energy. This is usually a card of balance. It's about balancing things out. It can be about generosity or reciprocity, like you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back, you take care of me, I'll take care of you. This is usually a pretty balanced energy, meaning like equal give and take between the two of you. That's not the only meaning of this card. I'm hoping that I don't have to tell you the other meaning. I'm hoping it doesn't apply. Son of a bitch. It applies. I was looking at what's out here on the table, and it's kind of concerning to me. I didn't want to have to tell you the other meaning to this card, but now I have to, because right under it I have the 7 of Swords. So let's start with this. Another meaning to this can be the merchant giving to 2, as in someone giving to more than one person. 7 of Swords is Aquarius energy. It's got a few distinct meanings. The first one, the most common one, is lying, cheating, stealing. sneaking around behind backs, deceptive behavior, trying to get away with something that somebody shouldn't be trying to get away with. Now, that's not the only meaning to this card, but based on what I'm seeing out here, it's probably what's going on. The other meaning to this can be self-preservation, as in not wanting to be hurt. The reason the guy on the card is stealing the swords is because he doesn't want to be hurt by those swords. He doesn't want those swords used against him, so he steals them to make sure that he can't be hurt by them. So it can be an energy of not wanting to be hurt. It can also be an energy of leaving something behind, because he can only carry 5 swords and he has to leave these other 2 swords behind. Now, this card can mean any one of those things. It can mean any 2 of those things. It can mean all 3 of those things simultaneously here. Right under that 7 of Swords, I have some Leo energy of the 5 of Wands. 5s are conflict, and Wands are about passion, desire. So this is usually a conflict in the desires. In other words, like an internal conflict where a piece of you wants one thing and another piece of you wants pretty much the opposite thing. And you're having this internal struggle, internal battle of like tug of war in terms of what it is that you want. Kind of like going this way for 1 minute and then changing your mind, and like a conflict in terms of what you want. Whatever this situation is that's going on, we have the 10 of Wands next, which is Sagittarius energy. This is a heavy burden being carried here. Now, it is a 10, and in tarot, 10s are completions. So this is hopefully the completion of some heavy burden, getting to the spot where you can lay this burden down and move forward without it. We got some heavy burden, some internal conflict. Looks like some deceptive behavior where somebody's giving to more than one. Now, another way to look at this is like we could be trying to balance things out in this connection because there was some sneaky deceptive behavior and you're not wanting to be hurt, possibly thinking about leaving the connection behind because of what happened, being internally conflicted about whether or not this can be balanced out based on what happened. And that whole concept is like a heavy burden to you. We could be looking at it that way too. That's the overall energy. So that's like the overall gist of what this reading is going to talk to me about. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that's affecting both of you, Virgo. It doesn't necessarily have to be affecting you both exactly the same way. But the shared energy between the 2 of you here in March 2022 is the moon. This is Pisces energy. This is an energy of fear, worry, anxiety. Also an energy of feeling like something's hidden in the dark, like something's not seen yet, something's not fully out in the open. There's something going on that one of you doesn't know about. This card can represent secrets being kept. I was hoping we wouldn't get bad news for you this time, but tell me more about the moon. Why is the moon the mutual point of interest between Virgo and their person here? And you too, huh? Okay, we'll take it. You probably just noticed me turn some cards right side up. I don't read reversals, so anytime a card jumps out and it's upside down, I just automatically flip it right side up and go on with it. Unless one of those cards screams at me and tells me not to do that. That didn't happen this time, so I turned them all right side up. On the bottom of the deck, clarifying the moon, I have the High Priestess. This is she who knows. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness, so she's got access to all the information that you and I as humans don't have access to. She literally sees everything, she knows everything. The problem with her is she doesn't always tell us everything. Sometimes there's stuff as humans we're just not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff that we don't really need to know until it's time for us to know, at which point she clues us in through our intuition, through gut feelings, through signs, synchronicities, dreams with messages in them. She represents the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind, which is where the intuition lies. She also represents the intuition. She's actually the source of all the water in the tarot deck. She's the divine feminine energy. So all the water that you see throughout every card in the tarot, the entire cup suit, all originates from her. So she's the source of all emotions. She's the source of all intuition, the connection to spirit and source. A lot of times she means that there's something going on that intuitively you know about. You've received some intuitive hit, some gut feeling, some sign where you already know something here, like there's something hidden in the dark, or at least the fear and worry about something being hidden in the dark. Either of these cards individually can mean there's something you don't know about, some secret being kept. I've got both of them right here. This could be telling me that your fears and worries and anxiety about something being hidden in the dark are warranted, and you already know that. Whether or not you actually want to listen to that feeling, listen to your intuition or not, is another matter, but it's already been told to you. I think the thing that you don't know about or didn't know about is this Ace of Wands. Now, this represents a passionate new beginning in passion and desire. The wand represents the male phallus and using it to be intimate. It's the phallic symbol of the tarot deck, so it can represent sex, sexual energy, using the little doohickey to do stuff that they probably were sneaking around behind your back doing, giving to more than one person. I've got some Virgo energy of the King of Pentacles right under that. This is usually someone who's very stable and abundant in the physical reality, someone who's got their money and their finances together. I don't know if this is your person. This is one half of the two people who would work together as equals to build the Ten of Pentacles, that maximum stability and abundance and prosperity that we all want, that stable, happy home life that we all want, like the combining together of two people into one stable family. This is half of the equation here. The other half would be the Queen of Pentacles. They work together to build the Ten of Pentacles. Sometimes in a reading, it's not just the cards that are out here that tell me something, it's the cards that aren't out here that tell me something. And I don't see any Queen of Pentacles out here. So this is looking like your person started a passionate new beginning. I got the Ten of Swords right under that. This is Gemini energy. This is a swift ending to something. This is probably a painful ending to something. Sometimes this is an ending that you didn't see coming. Sometimes it's an ending in betrayal, but no matter how you slice this Ten of Swords is an ending to something. Now, to clarify the moon, this fear, worry, and anxiety of something being hidden in the dark. Normally I get 3 cards to clarify this. I just got 6 cards, so that tells me how important of an energy this is and how significant it is in the situation. To clarify the moon, very first card, the Tower, the Queen of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Fool. Wow. I'm getting ahead of myself here. The Tower is the very first card. The Tower is the center energy for you. The Fool is the very last card. The Fool is your last card in your energy for March 2022, Virgo. So this is definitely having a massive impact on you. This Tower is a very abrupt change to something. This is an abrupt shift, a foundation rocking event. This is like something coming crashing down all around you. A lot of times this can be like a relationship falling apart. I mean, if you got somebody sneaking around behind your back, doing deceptive stuff, cheating on you, giving to more than one person, and that's hidden in the dark, and then you find out about it, you have this intuitive feeling about it, you uncover the fact that there was an Ace of Wands going down here, that in and of itself can be a Tower moment. This is usually like a belief system or a mental model of the world you were operating from, where you believed things were one way and you were acting accordingly, and then something happens like that and you find out real quick that the way you believed things to be is not how they actually were, and that belief system collapses right in front of your eyes. That's a big jolt to your system. It changes everything to the point where nothing's the same as it was the day before this happened. Something collapsed here. Next we have the Queen of Wands. This is either Leo or Aries energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person who knows exactly what she wants, and she goes after what she wants with fiery determination. This is someone who does not take no for an answer. She's pretty intuitive, as represented by the black cat there. This is usually someone who is fun to be around, like the life of the party, sexy, vivacious, good looking, however you want to think about that. Someone who has a lot of passion and desire, someone who's very attractive, but knows what she wants and goes after it. You, Virgo, are not a fire sign. You're not an Aries or a Leo. You should be getting represented by the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles out here. I'm feeling like this is the other person. Now, it could be a matter of you knowing exactly what you want and going after it, but based on what I'm seeing here, I don't know that's the case. So I'm laying my bet that this is not you, that's the other one. Next we have the Eight of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is a card of detachment, like emotional detachment, physically walking away. The person on this card is walking away from 8 full cups of love. Now, most people could go their whole life on 8 full cups of love, but not this person. She knows that there's something better out there for her than what she's got here. She's not happy with what she's got, and she's making the conscious but difficult decision to walk away from what she has to go down a brand new path towards something that she believes is going to lead her to her own emotional happiness and fulfillment. She's choosing to walk away from these 8 cups to go off in search of the 9th and the 10th cup. So there's some sort of emotional detachment here. This is shared energy, so this is affecting both of you. So the way I'm looking at it right now is you had fears, worries, and anxieties because there was a secret being kept from you, and intuitively you had a good gut feeling of what was going on here. Somebody had their wand out and shouldn't have, and caused an ending here to this connection, probably very abruptly. You probably didn't see that coming. Now, in terms of how it applies to your person, I'm just speculating here, but it looks like they had a secret they were keeping, and they were probably fearful and worried and anxious that you might find out about it. They probably intuitively knew that you were intuitive enough to figure it out. And that's what brought the tower down. I'm expecting that this energy is the one your person had behind your back, and it's here affecting you as well because, well, they had them behind your back. I'm thinking at some point, either probably because of this person, your person emotionally detached and went down a new path, and now because of this has all happened, you're trying to emotionally detach and feeling like I deserve better than this, and I think I'm going to go find it. But then on the other half of the equation, I've got the 5 of Cups here. This is Scorpio energy. This is sadness and remorse about the past. It's about being focused on these 3 cups that have been spilled out. All the love and emotions that have been spilled, all the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled and wasted. Now notice in the background there is still the 2 upright, completely full cups. That represents the 2 of Cups, a love connection between 2 people. But a 2 of Cups is also a 2, which represents some sort of a choice in a love connection. Whether this is a choice between you and this other person here, or if this is the connection between you and your person, there's still some sort of a decision, and it doesn't have the full focus right now. Where the focus is now is on these cups from the past. That's what the message of this card really is. It's about controlling your focus, because what most people don't realize is your focus literally determines what emotions you experience. So if you're focused on the past, you're going to feel the way you felt in the past. If you focus on something that you've lost, you're going to feel that loss. If you focus on something that you believe is missing from your life, you're going to feel that gap in your life. There's still a connection here in the background. It just doesn't have the focus right now. So this is you probably feeling sadness about everything that happened, and the loss and the detachment here, and having to walk away. And this could potentially be your person feeling remorse about what they did. Either way, the very next card is the Hanged Man. This is more Pisces energy. This is progress being halted. There is no forward movement here. This is things being stuck, being at a standstill. Now the Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective than he normally would, a different point of view, a different angle than he would normally look at things from. And he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here after a tower collapses, after the secrets come out, and there's this detachment and all this sadness and negative energies here, low vibrational energies. The final card to clarify the moon is the Fool. This is the very first card of the major arcana, card 0. It's the first card of the whole tarot deck. That 0 represents absolutely nothing and the potential for everything all at the same time. This is about taking a blind leap of faith on something. It's about not needing to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before the first step gets taken. Not needing to know what the final outcome is going to be before the first step gets taken. This is about just saying, you know what, screw it. I'm jumping off the cliff. I'm not going to think this through. I'm just going to do it, and I'll figure it out as I move along. Another meaning to this card, especially in light of the merchant giving to 2, and the lying, cheating, and stealing going on behind your back, deceptive behavior, trying to get away with something, the secrets here that we've got about some passionate new beginning, tower coming down. This represents risky behavior, risk-taking behavior, taking risks outside of the connection. That seems to be the thing that's got everything stuck. That's probably the thing that caused the tower here. And I've got both of those out here in your energy. That's the mutual point of interest, the shared energy that's affecting you and your person here in March 2022, Virgo. I'm going to move this over to the side. I will come back to that more as I clarify your energy and see how it really applies to you. I'll also come back to it again as I clarify your person's energy to figure out exactly how it applies to them, although I seem to have a pretty good idea already. Kind of feel like I already know what's going to happen in this reading. Your energy here for March 2022 in this connection, Virgo, is the 5 of Swords. And like I said, the Tower and the Fool. This 5 of Swords is Virgo energy. Again, 5s are conflict. So this can be a conflict in your thoughts. This can be a conflict in communications, like verbal conflict, bickering, arguing, fighting, cussing each other out, bitter words being spoken, using words like weapons and tongues like swords. This card at its core is about a very mentally and psychologically painful situation happening. It can also be an energy of your person affecting you, where they've got this like winning at all costs type of a mentality. In other words, like, I'm going to get what I want, period. If you happen to get hurt in the process, well, tough shit for you. That's not my problem. That's your problem. My problem is going to get what I want. It can be that kind of an energy here. This can be an energy of betrayal. No matter what, this is a very painful situation. Tell me more about the 5 of Swords, please. Why is the 5 of Swords here for Virgo in March 2022? Yeah, you got a lot going on with this. The cards are all trying to get away from me here. I feel like one flipped, but I guess it didn't. Let's get 2 more on this 5 of Swords. Why is that here for Virgo in March 2022, please? Yeah, look at, now nothing wants to come out. Tell me more about this 5 of Swords, please. Yeah, and there we go. That's what usually happens when something doesn't want to come out. Then it comes out all at once, like, bleh, like it just got puked out. This is definitely an important card for you. Normally I get 3 cards to clarify. I just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just got 8 cards to clarify that 5 of Swords for you. 6 cards to clarify the moon. So this is definitely tied to that. The bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. This is a practical, tangible opportunity being presented by the universe here. This is hold it in your hand, I can touch it kind of an opportunity. Usually this is the seed that has the potential to grow into the 10 of Pentacles that we all want. I kind of alluded to that when I saw the King of Pentacles. He's 1/2 of who builds that. This is the seed with the potential to grow into that. Now, it's not the 10 of Pentacles in and of itself. It's got the potential to get there. It's an opportunity. And that's the thing about aces. They're opportunities. You got to grab these and do something with them. Otherwise, they represent just empty potential. I see what it was an opportunity for now. The Ace of Wands, again, passionate new beginning, a new beginning and passion and desire. That's what caused this painful situation. Your person had an opportunity to have a passionate new beginning. Again, this is the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. It represents the male phallus and using it to be intimate, sexual energy. This Queen of Wands is a very sexually driven, sexually motivated kind of a person. King of Pentacles, yeah, King of Pentacles here. This is Virgo energy, so I don't know if this is telling me you're the one that had the passionate new beginning somewhere, or if this is your person, or if this just put an ending to it for you. The Ten of Swords again, Gemini energy, a painful ending, an ending you didn't see coming, an ending in betrayal. Could have just ended things for you as well. Yeah, the High Priestess, like she who knows. It's almost like you had gut feelings that something like this was going on and didn't have any proof of it because it was all hidden in the dark. To clarify this Five of Swords, I got the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. A lot of energy attached to this Five of Swords. This Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. It's slow forward moving energy, methodical, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, not usually in a big hurry, not in a big rush. Now he is carrying this Ace of Pentacles here, so there was some sort of opportunity coming in and it was moving slow. A lot of times this is like a frustrating type of an energy. It's usually about someone wanting something to move and get here a lot quicker than it feels like it's moving. Might, from your perspective, feel like things weren't moving at all, like no progress was being made. This could be all your person's energy just showing up here, and it's on your side of the table because it's affecting you. Some slow moving energy, and it looks like it wasn't very pleasant. The Devil is Capricorn energy. This is usually a heavy toxic energy here. This is usually addiction or obsession or a feeling of being trapped by something, like you can't escape it, a feeling of being controlled by something that you don't have any control over. This can represent a toxic element to what's going on around you, can represent some toxicity that your person has that's affecting you. Could possibly represent this Queen of Wands, toxic person that knows what she wanted and went after it and caused a whole big mess here. This can really be any number of things here. This could be you feeling trapped in a situation that's painful and you don't know what to do about it and you feel like you can't get out of it, and any progress on that could be feeling like it's way slow. This could be a piece of your person and causing them, something about themselves that's toxic that they never healed from the past, that they never addressed, never had the courage to face and deal with it. And now, like, they've just repressed it and pushed it down into the shadows and pretended like it's not there, only it is there. And it causes problems in their life that end up controlling aspects of their life, causing pain for other people. Could be any of those things. You just got to take that piece how it resonates for your situation. This Three of Pentacles is more Capricorn energy. This is teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. What you would be building together here is the Ten of Pentacles. Now the Ten of Pentacles, I've alluded to it already a couple of different times. The King of Pentacles is one half of the two people who would be working together as equals to build the Ten of Pentacles. Doesn't seem like that's happening now. This is feeling like you guys were working together. You were making some sort of slow, steady progress on working together to build something. The Ten of Pentacles usually represents two people who live together, who are in the same household, in the same, as a same one unit, Could have been that there was talk of moving in, or being at the stage where there was going to be moving in, or you were living together already. I don't know. You were definitely working together to build something here. But in the middle of the progress on that is some toxicity. Got the Two of Cups next. This is Cancer energy. I alluded to this when we saw this Five of Cups here in the mutual energy that's affecting both of you. It's that love connection that's in the background. This is a love connection between two people. It's I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected, but it is a two. And in tarot, twos are about making some sort of a choice. So this could be a choice in the love connection between the two of you. This could be a choice that your person had between you and this, whoever this other person is here. That could be the source of the, the Five of Swords, the painful situation. There was some sort of a choice. Like we were working together to build something, and then this other cup showed up, and now your person had a choice to make. And it looks like the choice they made was the Page of Cups. This is news, messages, communications about love and emotions. The expressing of feelings, like romantic offers, romantic gestures, love offers going out. Communicating to somebody about love and emotions. I've got the Nine of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy of being walled off and defensive. It's also a card of healing. This is the wounded warrior, and he's built this wall around himself because he's been hurt. So this wall is like a defense mechanism. It's a way to protect himself so that he doesn't get hurt again, so he doesn't continue to get hurt, because he doesn't want to be hurt. He wants to heal. He wants to get his energy right so he can move forward and take the next step in his journey. So this could be telling me that when all this happened, this painful situation, and now we know what caused it, your walls came up, you were hurt, you wanted to protect yourself and not get hurt anymore because this was clearly painful. And I've got the Seven of Pentacles next, which is Taurus energy. This is a period of time where you're pausing to reflect and take stock of the connection here with this person, take stock of this whole situation that you're in. And what you're doing is trying to look at these 7 seeds that have been planted between the two of you. And you're trying to decide, is this worth investing in? Is this going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles that I really want, that I thought we were building together here? Is this worth continuing to invest in or reinvest in? Or is this a situation where maybe it's not going to pan out the way I want it to, and maybe I should just cut my losses and move on here? Maybe I should just detach from this and walk away. So this represents that period of time where you were pausing to reflect and ask yourself those types of difficult questions. Then we got the Nine of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is a singles energy. Sometimes this is a card of wish fulfillment. Sometimes this is a card of someone who is very self-centered and interested, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like overindulgent, interested in just what it is that they want, what their personal wish fulfillment is. This can be someone who gets intoxicated a lot, has a drinking problem, just someone who's smug. This is a singles energy, though. This is like left you emotionally single. Now, the positive aspect of this, like for most people, what their goal is in terms of love and emotions and relationships, most people's goal is the 10 of Cups, that happy fairy tale love connection that we all dream of, the happy fairy tale ending. Two people who are together and fully in love with each other. The Nine of Cups is one step back from that, and in reality, this should be the goal. This is about you not needing some external person to get your happiness from, because your happiness is coming from inside yourself. Not needing some external person to feel loved or to feel worthy of love, because that's coming from inside you. You love yourself. That should be the goal, like to be emotionally stable and balanced and okay in and of yourself, not needing another person. Because when you're in that state, that's how you attract the right person to you. And clearly, this person was not the right person. But regardless, this whole situation here has left you in a state of being single. The next card to clarify for you is the Tower. Again, this is when everything all came crashing down. It's out here. It's the first card in the mutual energy. There was definitely some secret being kept that was related to sneaky, deceptive behavior and lies. I do have this Five of Wands and internal conflict. So I'm feeling like, because I've got this out here, I've got a 9, and then this period of time where you're reflecting, trying to make a decision about, do I reinvest here or cut my losses and move on? And then I have another 9. I've got 9, 7, 9. It's like you're walled off and defensive and trying to heal, and you're taking stock of this whole thing, and now we're looking at possible wish fulfillment. I think that's part of the internal conflict that I'm seeing here with this Five of Wands. It's almost like one minute you think that this is completely over and you need to wall yourself off to protect yourself, and the next minute you're like, but I thought this person was my wish fulfillment. So you're like pulling yourself in two different directions at the same time, and you're really burdened here. It's a heavy burden. Next, underneath that is the Eight of Cups, which is right out here in the shared energy affecting both of you. So this is that energy of Pisces, energy of detaching, either emotionally or physically, and walking away, realizing that you deserve better than these 8 cups, and leaving them behind and going off to look for your 9th and 10th cup. That could be also what this is trying to tell me too. You wall yourself off because you got hurt by all this. You take time to think about it, take stock of it all. Do I invest here or do I cut my losses and move on? And this could be a case where you're cutting your losses and detaching and moving on to go look for your wish fulfillment, which actually would be a good idea based on what I'm seeing here. Let's clarify this Tower for you. Tell me more about the Tower, please. I feel like I already know what's up with the Tower. Why is the Tower here? On the bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. This is Cancer energy. Normally, I like the 3 of Cups. Normally, this is an energy of reconciliation. It's about being reunited and celebrating, or being united to begin with and celebrating. You can see here she's got 2 separate cups of love. That's this 2 of Cups. And she's pouring them together into one bigger cup, blending it all together. So it's about being united or reunited and celebrating. It can also, and in this case, it represents a third-party love connection, because we have 3 cups of love in the picture here. 7 of Wands, it's Leo energy. That's another energy of being walled off and defensive. It's also an energy of defending your position on something, defending your stance on something. It can be an energy of defending against accusations on something. So this Tower could have something related to it where, like, you knew there was a third party and you brought that to your person and they defended against the accusations that you were tossing at them. And damn, central card in your person's energy is that 7 of Wands. Now, this can also be an energy of like you trying to fight for what it is that you believe in, trying to fight for what you desire, what you want. The Sun is right under that. This is Leo energy, major arcana energy. This is the happiest card in the deck. Usually it represents happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. And in that case, it's really hard to get a better card than this. So this could be, after this Tower and this third party, you decided you wanted to fight for what you believed in, your happiness, fight for what you want, your personal happiness. Now, another meaning to this, especially when we have the Moon out here as the central or the shared energy that's affecting you both, something hidden in the dark, some secret being kept. But when something's hidden in the dark and the Sun comes out, this is illumination. It shines the light into the darkness, lights it up so you can see it for what it is. Things get exposed this way. This is feeling like the third party got exposed and you probably brought that at your person, accused them of the third party because you just knew what was going on, and they're like, no, it wasn't me, defending against those accusations. To clarify the Tower, something abruptly changing and falling apart, got the 4 of Wands, Temperance, and Justice. The 4 of Wands is Aries energy. This is stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. These 4 wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. So this is usually a celebration card. It's usually a celebration of manifesting the thing that you've been trying to, manifest, like actually being here in the physical reality and being able to celebrate it. Or this is about stability of the home and the family life and the connection. And I think that's what the Tower brought down. It brought down all of the stability here. Next we have Sagittarius Major Arcana energy of Temperance. This is usually a card of patience. Can also be a card of reconciliation, very similar to this 3 of Cups. You can see the angel blending the 2 cups together into one bigger cup. So this can be about recombining love that's been separated. This is also about assimilating changes that take place, like trying to balance yourself back out after some changes have taken place. And I'm telling you what, when you've got a Tower happen like this, secrets get uncovered, there's detachment, there's a third party, there's this mentally and psychologically painful situation with some toxic energy involved with it. I can promise you that there have been some very dramatic changes to the stability in your life. This is probably you trying to assimilate those changes, balance yourself back out. Final card to clarify the Tower is Justice. This is the Libra Major Arcana card. This is the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right thing, the fair thing, the just thing. The sword that's in that card is used to sever something that's not in balance, so balance can be restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. What's supposed to happen can happen. So I feel like this is you trying to balance yourself out, but the flip side of this is, like, in order for that even to be here, something unjust has had to happen. Something unfair that shouldn't have happened has had to happen. And we know what it is. It's the merchant giving to 2. It's the lying and cheating and stealing and deceptive behavior and sneaking behind your back and trying to get away with something. That's what caused the Tower. That's what caused this 5 of Swords energy. So it's caused everything to be halted. Your person was taking risks outside of the connection. That's the unfair thing that needs severed so that balance can be restored. And you're trying to balance yourself back out and assimilate all those changes, and probably at the same time hoping for a little karma. Final card in your energy for March 2022, Virgo, is the Fool. Like I said, that's the final card in the overall, or the shared energy effect in both of you. It's that risk-taking behavior. It's the taking the blind leap of faith on something. Tell me more about the Fool for Virgo. Why is the Fool here for Virgo? Okay, I have one that's flipped over in the deck. Let me find it. Where did you go? Should have known. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning and passion and desire. Your person was definitely taking risks outside of the connection. Their little wand stood up and pointed, and they had to go follow it and use it. The phallic symbol of the tarot deck. That's exactly what caused the 10 of Swords, Gemini energy of a swift, painful ending. An ending you didn't see coming, probably an ending in betrayal. No matter what, this new beginning is what caused the ending. This new beginning here, taking the blind leap of faith, taking risks outside of the connection with their wand, caused the ending. And there's the High Priestess under it, she who knows. This is telling me that you know what was going on. You knew what was going on. You may not have had proof. You may not have had them on video or still pictures from a private investigator. You don't think you actually had physical, real evidence, but you didn't need it because your intuition told you what was going on. You just knew. You don't even know how you know. You just knew. 5 of Swords right under that. That's the first card in your energy. The very first card in a person's energy. is always the most important. And for you, it's a mentally and psychologically painful event that took place. To clarify the Fool, Four of Cups, the Chariot, the Moon, the Emperor, and the Knight of Wands. Four of Cups is Cancer energy. This is a card of being emotionally discontent, not being happy with the three cups that are right here, so much so that there's been daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that you believe would lead you to more emotional happiness and fulfillment. Now, this can be taken two ways. This probably has a dual meaning here. Your person was taking risks outside the connection. You found out about it. You weren't happy with the fact that there's three cups of love in the picture here, and you're daydreaming about something else. Now, if the three cups of love are representing what they normally do, which is like being reunited and celebrating, reconciling, getting back together, that could be on the table in front of you right here, but you can't shake that other cup. You can't shake that other person that was involved here, that other cup that your person had to choose from, that other cup that your person was sending messages and communications about. That's you not being able to get that out of your head. I do have the Devil out here, which is like an obsessive energy of something that's controlling you that you just can't get away from. If this is talking about your person, they weren't happy with what they had, and they kept daydreaming about this other person that they thought would bring them happiness. This Eight of Cups here is kind of an energy of someone who wants to see if the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, not fully happy with what they have in front of them and thinking about what's on the other side of the fence. Now, a lot of times when somebody does that, and they do this Eight of Cups routine where they go to see if the grass is greener, a lot of times they're doing that with uncertainty. They end up finding out that, oh shit, the grass isn't actually greener over there, because the grass isn't greener on the other side of the fence. It's green where you water it, dummy. So a lot of times they try to come back. That could be why there's sadness and remorse about that. And then now there's this stuck energy. Next, to clarify the Fool, we have the Chariot. This is the Cancer Major Arcana card. Fastest moving energy in the whole tarot deck. This is about using the will to move forward very quickly in success and victory. It's about getting past the obstacles and the problems and the challenges of the past very quickly and moving forward very quickly. What this is telling me is I think your person wasn't happy. They were daydreaming about the other person. They took a leap of faith. They took a risk outside the connection, and I think it happened very quickly, very abruptly. I think they had an opportunity present itself to get their wand out and do something, and they just jumped on it and didn't think it through. Just boom, high speed. Which is probably why you didn't see it coming, although you may have seen it coming. You may have had clues it was coming. You may have had feelings it was coming. Maybe it came, they did it super fast, and then tried to play stupid and tried to sneak around, hide it, keep it hidden in the dark here, be defensive about it, defend against the accusations of it. Regardless, they did it. Very next card to clarify the Fool is the Moon, which is the shared energy affecting both of you here. Fear, worry, anxiety, something being hidden in the dark, secrets being kept. That was the secret being kept, that they actually acted on it and did it very quickly. Next we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. This is a master manifester kind of an energy. It's someone who has all the abilities and resources to put together a plan to get what they want, and then to execute that plan to get what they want. This is about taking control of a situation, taking charge of a situation, going out and getting what they want. This can sometimes be a very controlling type of an energy. I don't feel like this is you having the control here. I feel like this is your person having the control, and their control came from keeping things in the dark, keeping secrets, being very concerned with getting what they want. This Knight of Wands This is the second fastest knight in the deck. So I've got two really fast energies out here in this column of cards explaining the Fool and the risk-taking going on behind your back. This is about rushing forward and taking rapid, passionate action towards something they have a lot of passion and desire for. Again, like I said, this Queen of Wands is someone who's usually sexy, vivacious, sexually attractive, someone that has a lot of passion, a lot of desire. They have desire for them. They wanted to rush down the path toward that person very quickly, following their wand. Another meaning to the Knight of Wands is this is usually called the player of the tarot deck. It's some wishy-washy, back and forth, in and out, bullshit kind of an energy here. This is somebody who will follow their wand. That thing stands up and points north, they run down the path north. If it stands up and points east, they run east. They don't care. They go back and forth, in and out, come running in all passionately with you, get what they want, go rushing out all passionately somewhere else, get what they want, come back to you, playing both sides of the fence. That's your energy here in March 2022 for this connection, Virgo. I'm going to scoot this over a little bit and try and get us some more room here. Take a look at your person's energy. Although I don't really want to, because if I'm being honest, they seem kind of like an asshole. Your person's energy, the World, Seven of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Wow. The World is the final card of the major arcana. I got a lot of mirroring going on here. Your very last card is the Fool, the first card of the major arcana. Their first card is the World, the final card of the major arcana. This represents a complete cycle between the two of you. This has been the full shebang. We have gone from the beginning to the end. This represents the ending of one cycle and at the same time the beginning of a new cycle. This is supposed to be the end between the two of you. This cycle is supposed to be over. The thing that's concerning here is the 0 on the Fool. It looks like a 0 because we're viewing it from the top down. If you could look at it from the side, you would see that it's not really a 0, it's a spiral. It's either an upward spiral of ascension or it's a downward spiral of going the wrong way. So we have an ending to a cycle here and the beginning of a new cycle. We've got the completion between the two of you. The only question is for you, is this going to be the beginning of a downward spiral or is this going to be the beginning of an upward spiral? Tell me more about the World, please. Why is the World here for Virgo's person in March 2022, please? Why is the World here? I don't know if you could see it or not, but as I'm shuffling to get these cards out, I kept seeing cards flip over and then go back in and not actually come out. When I see that happen, it's like a start and stop kind of an energy. It's almost like your person's stuttering, like they start to do something and they change their mind and pull back, and they start to do something and they change their mind and pull back, like real wishy-washy, in and out, just like this Knight of Wands. Clarifying the World. On the bottom of the deck, the Sun, Leo energy, happiest card in the deck. Happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Usually one of the best cards you can get in a love reading. In this case, I don't think it's representing that. I think it's representing illumination. There's an ending to this cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, because the secrets that they were keeping, all this, I'm giving to more than one person, I'm sneaking around, cheating, doing deceptive shit, that was all hidden in the dark, and the light got shined on it. It got exposed for what it is. Yeah. I think it got exposed for what it is, and then they went all defensive. Seven of Wands is more Leo energy. This is defending their position on something, defending their stance on something, defending against accusations. These other wands down here represent other people and their words and their actions and their opinions and possibly accusations. All kinds of extra energy coming at your person and him trying to defend against it, or her trying to defend against it, whichever. To clarify the World, I got Strength, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords. So Strength is the other Leo Major Arcana card. Got both of them here. This card tells me that this is a difficult situation. It's requiring a lot of internal strength in order to make it through this situation. I think that's how it applies for you because of the situation they've created. It's put you in a difficult spot and you're being forced to dig down deep and tap into your internal strength to make it through. You do have the internal strength to make it through. You're just kind of being forced to use it right now. For them, it feels more like trying to tame that beast inside themselves, trying to rein themselves in, trying to hold themselves back, trying to not let themselves move forward too quickly, let their emotions get the best of them, make them do something too hasty that it ends up being a mistake and they regret it. It's trying to tame that piece of themselves here. I don't think they could, because next we have the Seven of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. This is an energy of options and choices, but confusion about those options and choices. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different stuff in these cups, a lot of different things your person could have chosen to do. Could be they had a lot of different options besides you, and they didn't want to make a mistake. There's a lot of emotions involved here. They didn't want to make a mistake. They were confused about what to do. Now all the clouds around, all the smoke and clouds around those cups represents clouded judgment. So sometimes this could be a situation where your person was trying to rein themselves in and their judgment was clouded. I did say something about this can be an energy of overindulgence, intoxication, drinking too much. This can be an energy of drinking too much, drug use. It could be something that clouds their judgment like that. But they were confused about what to do, and I don't think they were able to continue holding themselves in. Well, clearly they weren't, because we have this Knight of Swords here, fastest knight in the deck. This is about rushing forward, taking some rapid, decisive action. Now the thing about the Knight of Swords is this ain't the dude who comes rushing in all fast and then has to sit down and read the instruction book and try to figure out what to do. This is the person who just comes in and does it. They don't even think about it first. They just do it. Which is what your person did. They just took the leap of faith, which is what brought the Tower down. Next card in your person's energy, Seven of Wands. We saw that on your side of the table. That card of being Leo energy, of being walled off and defensive. We just saw it here on the bottom of the deck. Defending their position, defending against accusations. Tell me more about this Seven of Wands. Why is that here for Virgo's person, please? Why is the Seven of Wands here? Wow, what a dick. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. This, again, is more mirroring going on. This is the very first card in your energy. Aquarius energy, a mentally and psychologically painful thing. This oftentimes represents a conflict, a big fight, an argument, a breakup, bitter words being spoken. This is someone who has a winning at all cost type of a mentality. They don't care about what you want. All they care about is defending what they want, defending what they desire, fighting for what they desire. Even if that means somebody's got to get hurt, they don't care. And I think, there's the High Priestess again, I think you already knew that about this person. I've seen the High Priestess a lot in this reading, which tells me you're probably very intuitive here. And it tells me that your intuition, your gut feelings, were telling you probably for quite some time what kind of a person you're dealing with. You probably saw red flags all over the place. Whether you actually wanted to listen to your intuition and listen to what your gut was telling you, I don't know. I don't think so. You probably didn't want to see those things, and you probably tried to, can be a conflict in thinking too. So this could be like a conflict between your head and your heart. Your gut, your intuition is all telling you something, and that's not what you consciously want. It's not what you want to see. So you try to talk yourself out of believing it. Could be a situation like that. There's the Ten of Swords under it. It's like, dude, you knew. And I got two cards here about betrayal. And right here in the overall energy of the whole reading, like giving to more than one person, betrayal, lying, cheating, stealing, deception, secrets being kept is like the mutual energy affecting both of you. I think you knew what was going on. Even with the Tower, I've got the Tower as the first card in the shared energy, and it's your central card. When the Tower happens, like most people's first reaction is like, why is this happening to me? But what they don't realize is this is card 16 of the major arcana. In numerology, you take 16, the 1 and the 6, and you add those two numbers together, it gets you 7. 7 is the number of the divine. So this is never a situation that's happening to you. It's something that's happening for you. This is the divine stepping in to kick the Tower down. Usually when that happens, you have been given plenty of clues along the way that, hey Virgo, this is not where you're supposed to be. This person isn't the one for you. You're kind of sidetracked here. You're in a tower that you're not supposed to be in. You've got a structure created in your life that's not really for you. And they show you the red flags. Your intuition speaks to you. You get the divine guidance that this is not where you're supposed to be. Please move on. And then what happens is like, well, we're human. We're stubborn. We try to use our conscious mind to rationalize away what we intuitively know, what our feelings and gut is telling us. We try to make that go away because that's not what we want to see. It's not what we want to hear. And eventually, at some point, the universe does get tired of your bullshit and they just knock the Tower down. And I feel like that's probably what happened here. I don't know how you could be with a person like this. I mean, the stuff that I've seen from them, I mean, god damn, dude, there's the Ace of Wands again. It's like, I don't see how you could be with somebody like that and not have signs that this person ain't right. This person ain't the one for me. I deserve better than that. And you definitely do deserve better than that. To clarify this 7 of Wands for this asshole, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the 2 of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles is that opportunity. We saw that at the very beginning when I was clarifying this 5 of Swords. There was an opportunity on the bottom of the deck. The very next card under it was the Ace of Wands. An opportunity to use their wand. An opportunity to have a passionate new beginning. That's what the painful situation was about. You intuitively knew that. There was an ending that took place, an ending in betrayal, and lo and behold, there's that Ace of Wands again. They had an opportunity to do that. Now, where they ran into a problem was the Hierophant, Taurus energy of commitment. This is about taking things to the next level. It's sometimes a marriage card. This is like being in a committed relationship, a committed connection. That's where they ran into their problem. They were in a commitment with you, and then this opportunity presented itself, and they're like, commitment. Wait a minute. I need to rein myself in, but I don't know if I want to. This sounds really cool. Clouded judgment. And then, boom, decisive action, didn't think it through. Bam, 5 of Swords. Bam, 10 of Swords. Bam, Tower. Bad news. 2 of Wands. Aries energy. This is a fork in the road. It's a crossroads. It's a decision point for your person right here. Which path leads me to the world that I really want? Which path do I have to leave behind? Do I leave behind this person that seems all sexy and vivacious that I have all this sexual desire for? Or do I go after what I really want? Now, what they really want should have been the connection with you, should have been the commitment with you. Turns out what they really wanted was to follow their wand. Their wand stood up and pointed, and they wanted to follow it, and they didn't really give 2 shits what consequences came out of that. They didn't care that they caused you a painful situation, that they caused a tower to the stability and the connection and the stability of your home and your family life. They didn't really care. All they were worried about was getting what they wanted, executing the plan to get what they wanted, keeping it all hidden in the dark. Final card to clarify this Seven of Wands, Four of Swords. This is Libra energy. We're going backwards in this connection here. And I know the 5 sucks, but we're still regressing, not making progress. This Four of Swords is about taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It means there's a break in this connection now. This should have been about them going inside themselves to calm their mind, to get rid of this confusion, to get rid of this clouded judgment before they think about it. Think about what to do moving forward before they just take action on something. They had the opportunity to do that. They had that decision point where they could have done that, but they didn't. Final card in your person's energy is the Four of Wands. Again, this is the card, the first clarifier for the Tower on your side of the table. This is stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. The Four Wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. When I've got the Hierophant, which is a marriage card, and the Four of Wands, which is a celebration of the home and the family, can include things like engagements and weddings. I got over here in your energy that, hey, we were working together as equals to build the Ten of Pentacles together. And then this toxicity showed up, this thing that's now controlling everything. The Tower collapsed on your stability. I mean, this could have been a very serious, committed connection that you were in here. Let me clarify this. Tell me more about this Four of Wands, please. Why is that here for Virgo's person? See there, I'm getting that start-stop, wishy-washy bullshit happening again. Tell me more. What's going on with this Four of Wands? Let's get one more, please. Okay, we'll take that one. King of Pentacles. That's the card I kept seeing at the beginning. This is usually Virgo energy, but this time I feel like it's representing your person here. Them being stable, them being one half of the people that would work together to build the Ten of Pentacles. Son of a bitch. Clarifying this Four of Wands. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands again. The phallic symbol. Using it to be intimate, sexual energy, passionate new beginning. Ten of Swords, Gemini energy, swift, painful ending that you didn't see coming, and ending in betrayal. Five of Swords. You've seen me shuffle the crap out of this, and it keeps giving me the same cards. It's painful, mentally and psychologically painful situation being caused by this person. So that's what it's telling me about the stability of the home life, the family life, and the connection. Their wand was more important than that. They didn't take time to think about this before they chose their path. They didn't care that they were in a commitment with you before they chose their path. They saw an opportunity to get their wand wet, and they just went for it. Brought everything to an end. To clarify that Four of Wands, Three of Swords, the Lovers, and the High Priestess. Three of Swords is Libra energy. It's heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. That third energy is not always a romantic third party, and normally I would give you a whole list of other things that it could be, but in this case, it is most definitely a third party, so there's not really much point in that. Your person caused heartbreaking situation. It's so crazy. It's like every card that you could possibly see that's not good. I mean, I've got the heartbreak and sadness, the sadness and remorse, the emotional detachment and walking away, all progress being halted, fear, worry, anxiety, secrets. Fear, worry, anxiety, secrets, like wishy-washy in and out player, like a liar, a cheater, a deception, mentally and psychologically painful situation all over the place, something unfair and unjust, something toxic. something controlling. Actually, I got two energies that are controlling energies. It's like, damn, dude. It's like, how bad could it get? The Tower, twice. I'm using two decks, and I've got the Tower in both decks. I've got the Moon in both decks. I've had the Five of Swords like 7 or 8 times. I've had the Ten of Swords at least a handful of times. I've lost count at this point. I've got the Fool, the risk-taking behavior, in both decks. It's like, damn, dude. Next to clarify the Four of Wands is the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. This is usually divine counterparts, divine feminine, divine masculine energy. The power couple. Two people who are supposed to be together. Now, a long time ago, before this card was called the Lovers, it was called the Choice. So a lot of times this represents a choice in a powerful love connection, or a choice between more than one lover. And when I've got the Merchant giving to 2, and I've got lying and cheating and stealing, and I've got internal conflict about which one do I want, and now this big giant burden being carried here, pretty sure that's what this is representing here. Not that you guys are supposed to be together, or that they view you as their lover and the one for them. This is a choice between two lovers, and that's what caused this heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. That's what caused the heartbreak and sadness, and the collapse of this Four of Wands is right here on your side of the table. Collapse of the stability of this whole thing. And there's the High Priestess again. This, she who knows. Like, this is your intuition telling you, your gut feelings telling you. Yeah, this is... Again, she can even represent secrets being kept. The Moon out here twice. I've seen the High Priestess more times than I can count too. It's like on the story on the bottom of the deck has been very, very consistent over and over again. Every time I get a card that's the same out here as in your energy, I clarify it and it tells me the same story. It's like you knew what was going on. You figured it out. Your guts told you. The divine clued you in through your intuition that this person had a third party. Everything came apart. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Virgo love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.